How many times has the Sun traveled around our Milky Way galaxy? Our solar system has been orbiting the Milky Way's black hole heart for 4.6 billion years, but it's hard to pin down exactly how many trips around the galaxy our Sun has made during that whole time. It can be hard to get your head around the fact that Earth is moving through space, but it's even stranger to realize that you're making two simultaneous journeys around the Sun and through the Milky Way at the same time. Just like the Moon orbits Earth and our planet orbits the Sun, our home star is also circling the Milky Way, or more accurately, orbiting the supermass black hole at the center of our galaxy. The entire Milky Way is actually constantly spinning around our galaxy's black hole heart. So exactly how many times has our solar system spun around the Milky Way's gigantic black hole heart? The answer is not as simple to work out as it may first seem. Compared to with the orbits of the planets around the Sun, our home star's pathway through the Milky Way is inconceivably longer and much less stable, which makes it hard to calculate how many times we have rotated around the galaxy's center. And using simple math can reveal how long it currently takes for the solar system to traverse our galaxy, which in turn can provide a good estimate of how many times our cosmic neighborhood has made the trip. By providing a more accurate answer is of course tricky. The Sun and the rest of the solar system is currently traveling through the galaxy at around 448,000 miles per hour, according to LifeScienceSisterSpace.com. And this seems incredibly fast, but some stars in the Milky Way, known as hypervelocity stars, traverse the galaxy at up to 5.1 million mile per hour. And the Sun's current speed, it takes around 230 million years for our home star to complete one trip around the Milky Way. I mean, to me, that seems quite fast, because the Milky Way is huge, of course. Now, that is longer than dinosaurs walked the Earth, and more than 750 times longer than humans, Homo sapiens, have existed. The Sun is around 4.6 billion years old, and Earth was born around 100 million years later, according to the Planetary Society. And this means that if the Sun's orbital pathway remains constant for all this time, it would have completed around 20 trips through our galaxy, and Earth would have been dragged along for around 98% of those trips. However, the Sun's orbit has not remained constant over its lifetime. Instead, our home star has likely moved around quite a bit since it first formed. The Sun was probably not born where we find it now. Victor de Battista, an astrophysicist at University of Central Lancashire in UK, who specializes in galactic evolution, told Life Science, "Instead, our home star was probably born much closer to the Milky Way center," he said. We're currently located around 26,100 light years from the galaxy's center, that's where the black hole is, but the metallicity or chemistry of our Sun suggests that it was born around 16,300 light years from the galactic core. This outward movement is known as radial migration, which involves stars being pushed along the spiral arms of the galaxies. Like the Milky Way galaxy, our galaxy, by the momentum of the spinning limbs, kind of like how a surfer rides a wave, de Battista said. When the Sun was born, its orbital period was much shorter. It likely took our star around 125 million years to complete a round trip, de Battista said. As the Sun migrated outwards, its orbital period increased, but it likely took billions of years to move to its current position, he said. Let's remember the Earth was much smaller in the beginning as well, and it only had a day only lasted 6 hours. Now that's from way back when I remember reading about that. Now this means here that the Sun has actually been flung through the Milky Way more times than our earlier estimate would suggest, though by exactly how much is not clear. Radial migration happens to lots of other stars as well. Roughly half the stars in the solar neighborhood are thought to have been born elsewhere and then pushed outwards, de Battista said. And the further out from the Milky Way center, the higher the percentage of stars that have migrated outwards, he said. The Sun is now believed to be in a fairly stable orbit around our galaxy, but there is a chance that it has not finished moving completely. It is certainly possible that the Sun will continue to migrate outward, de Battista said. However, it's impossible to predict by how much. And this is by Harry Baker on Live Science. Let's remember that we do have an astronomical estimate that our galaxy will merge with will collide with the Andromeda galaxy just about the time our sun is set to go out. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.